back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm very excited because we're back with another dog video and we're making Romeo some more treats this week. I am so excited. He loved the peanut butter ones that I made him the other week, so I'm very excited to try this one. It seems like it's going to be super simple. It's just a bit time consuming, but it's the kind of thing that you can just put in the background and not worry about it for the day. So I'm very excited to do it, to try it out with you guys, and yeah. So what we are going to be making today is we are going to be making some beef jerky for dogs, and I didn't know you could do this, and once again, like usual, I found a recipe for it on Pinterest, and I'll definitely leave it down below in case anyone wants to try it out. He's currently trying to eat the raw beef, no thank you, but yeah, it seems really easy. The only ingredient you need is 1 pound of ground beef, or they use a meat mixture kind of thing in their recipe online, but I obviously don't have that. I just got this, so we're just gonna use that and see if we can make this beef jerky for Romeo, right Bill? He doesn't know it yet, but he's very excited. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut this guy open so that we can put it onto our pan. Well, actually the first thing you want to do is preheat your oven, and I know some ovens go lower than others. The recipe says to preheat to 130 or as low as your oven can go, like close to that range, and my oven can only go to 170, so I'm hoping that it still works out okay. I don't know what the difference between different degrees of Fahrenheit are because I usually use Celsius because I am Canadian, so we're just gonna hope that it works. Oh my gosh, Romy, no, you can't lick this. Okay, so there's that ground beef on the plate. And I don't really feel like using my hands to touch this because kind of gross, but I mean, I have obviously touched ground beef in the past. I make things like meatloaf and stuff for dinner sometimes, but we're just gonna push it down with a spoon the best we can, just because I don't feel like touching this right now. You know how sometimes textures just make you feel weird? Right now, I really don't want to touch meat texture. But yeah, we're just gonna push it down the best we can. It says to make it about 1/4 of an inch thick. Now I have no idea how thin that is, so we're just gonna put it down as much as we can and hope for the best. So now our meat is all pretty flattened down. I think I've got it 1/4 of an inch thick. Like I said, don't really know how thick it is, but we're just gonna do this and hope for the best. It's all pretty flat now though, so I definitely think it'll be good. Hopefully it will be nice and dehydrate nicely in our oven. But yeah, that's what it's looking like so far. And then the next thing we want to do is you want to take a blunt knife, so probably like a butter knife, not like a steak knife or anything like that. And we're just going to take the back end of it actually, and we're just going to create like a sort of checkerboard pattern. You don't have to go like all the way through it, just enough so that it's easier to break later on. And you can make these pieces as big or as little as you want. It's just so you can break it, like I said. And Romeo is a smaller dog, so I like giving him smaller treats, just because you don't want to give your dog too many treats, for risk of overeating and gaining a lot of weight, especially with cavies like Romeo. They do gain a lot of weight very easily, so you want to try and make sure that you're maintaining their diet the best you can, and sometimes that means giving them like the same portions of treats as bigger dogs, but in smaller chunks. Do you get what I'm saying? I get what I'm saying, kind of. But yeah, so we're just gonna cut this all into a little like kind of checkerboard pattern. And it is pulling a little bit. Hopefully it'll be okay. But we're just gonna do that. So yeah, now we've got it all in a nice sort of like checkerboard pattern. You can kind of see it a bit. You can see the little lines that I have and whatnot. But now it's just going straight into the oven. So it's a super easy recipe. Like I said, only one ingredient. All you have to do is leave it in the oven for 8 hours, and then we'll be back after those 8 hours and I'll show you what we do next with it. Okay, so we're back 8 hours later, and this is what we've got so far. Kind of just smells like a hamburger. just looks like a hamburger. I mean, it's just beef that's been drying, dehydrating for the past few hours. And the actual next step is just to kind of take it off there, and we want to actually put it on a baking sheet now. So we are going to be popping it back in the oven, but we want to kind of try and take it. Oh my gosh, Romeo is going crazy already. You want to try and take it and along those lines that we cut earlier on. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're just kind of trying to put little squares that will essentially be the treats onto the baking tray. So then in case anything else decides to drip, like any grease or anything, it has the chance to do so. As well as this will help the bottom dehydrate as well, because as you can see, it's very, very wet on the bottom still, whereas it's pretty dry on the top. So this will give it a chance to kind of like breathe and have both sides completely dry, and hopefully turn it into the jerky that it's supposed to become. So now it's all on the baking sheet, baking rack, whatever you want to call it, and we're just gonna pop it in the oven again for another 4 to 5 hours. Like I said earlier, it's a long process, but it's honestly super easy. The only problem is I did start at like 12-ish in the afternoon, so it's gonna be finishing at midnight, which is gonna be crazy. But yeah, we're just gonna pop this into the oven for another 4 hours and see what happens. Okay, and we are back. It is 4 hours after our initial 8 hours. Oh my gosh, it's so late. I just want to go to bed. I'm ready for this to be done, but in the name of my dog, we're doing it. And yeah, we're here. We made it. We have the jerky. The nice thing about cooking it at only 170 is that it's not hot to the touch, even when you take it right out of the oven. Like, I literally took it out of the oven like 2 minutes ago, and I can already touch the pan, and I'm not burning my fingers or anything. As you can see, Romy is very, very intrigued. He can smell the beef, and he's like, what the heck is going on? Can I eat this? And yes, Beanie, you can eat this because it's all for you. So we have to do the Romeo taste test. Want to do Romeo taste test? Okay. We'll take a little piece. I mean, I know he's gonna like this. I have no doubt in my mind that he's gonna like this. Okay, there you go. Nom nom nom. Yeah, see, he likes it. It's super easy, and it's just simple. That's all it is. I mean, technically you could eat it too, especially if you're just making it with the ground beef like I did. Just because it's literally just ground beef. You probably eat it in your pasta or on your pizza or whatever all the time. But it is a bit more dried out. There are still like some more damp parts to it. I feel like it either needs to sit out on the rack for a bit longer, or I should have put it in the oven for a bit longer just to dry it out a bit more. But it's at a good consistency. I mean, this is kind of what the jerky that I get from Walmart is like anyways. So, I mean, I think I did it right. He really likes it. It's fully cooked, which is like the most important part. He's licking the grease off my fingers now. Yeah, but that's just a super simple dog treat recipe. Just beef jerky made from one ingredient. I think the instructions, I believe, said that you can store it in the fridge for up to 3 weeks. Either 2 or 3 weeks, so one of those two, and you're good to go. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you do try this down in the comments below, or tag me on Instagram or Twitter. My socials will all be down in the description below. And yeah, it's obviously Bubby approved, which makes me happy. It's super easy, it doesn't cost a lot. I think one tube of ground beef costs like $4.50 or something. So it's a pretty good treat assortment kind of thing. Like, this will last Bubby a little bit just because he is small, so I just give him like small treats at a time. And yeah. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, or a great day depending on where you live. Oh, that was a burp. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!